In mythic battles, we have literal divine beings using every power, every move they possibly can to navigate their sovereign people to battle, utilizing every spell and cheap trick in the book to accomplish their own agenda. While many fall for the glory of battle, some rise, leaving you bewildered and excited for more. Their bloodlust becomes so contagious that sometimes you forget that you're not really there. Welcome to our new series, The Units of Mythic Battles. This is our new Mythic Battles series, talking about specifically the units that make the game and that has left the best memories with us. I want to say that these units mean so much to us, but we would love to know what units mean a lot to you. As we take a look at these units, we can see that they are monsters, so we're going to grab them right out of our storage box. Now, although both of these units have very strong wolf influence, they are very different units. That's just the most hilarious way I thought I could say that. Now, looking at how these characters are similar, they both have 9 attack, as well as being high movement characters. Hyrrokkin has 3 movement, where Fenrir has 2. Hyrrokkin has block, force of nature, and mighty throw, where Fenrir has Godslayer, initiative, and sneak attack. Look at these gorgeous miniatures and designs. Monolith has done such a great job at these characters that have been redone over and over throughout hundreds and thousands of artists' recreations of these old mythos characters. Now, being honest, if I had to decide which of these two were my favorite, just gameplay-wise, it would have to be Hyrrokkin, where Natalie, her favorite unit in Mythic Battles is Fenrir. What makes these units special is, first of all, the stories behind these absolutely beautiful and unique designs. Now, reading from the Britannica, Fenrir, the monstrous wolf of Norse mythology. He was the son of the god of Loki and the giantess Angerboda, which is also, they're both in the game. Fenrir's strength and knowing that only evil could be expected of him, the gods bound him with a magical chain and the sound of a cat's footsteps, the beard of a woman, the breath of a fish, and other elements. When the chain was placed on him, Fenrir bit off the hand of the god Tyr, which is now why he has a mace as a hand. He was gagged with a sword and was destined to lie bound to a rock until Ragnarok, which is the events happening now. And then on Wikipedia, we can see Hyrrokkin is actually a female Jotun or giant. We have like the Frost Jotun. I'm pretty sure Utgata Loki is also a Jotun, but she's a female Jotun. And according to a 13th century poet named Snorri Sturluson, hell of a name, she launched the largest of all ships at Baldur's funeral after the gods were unable to budge the vessel. So Hyrrokkin is an important figure, especially in Norse mythology, and she appears to be depicted in art, in a Stone Age kind of art that is in a museum in Sweden. Lore-wise, I'll be honest, Fenrir is sounding a little bit cooler, but let's look at how they function in the game. Now, we already went over all of their stats and their talents, and if you're this interested in the game, you probably already know what all that means. But they are very strong units that are designed to defeat your opponent's divinity. Not really designed to, defend. I would say they're both great at grabbing gems, especially with Hyrrokkin's 3 movement. But what makes these characters similar in battle is that you can get them to the other side, and they are a train of power that a lot of times it is very hard to stop them. They do have their weaknesses, though. The jerks, as I like to call them. Nobody likes these guys because, oh my gosh, can they be frustrating. But it is the only way to take down a unit of this magnitude. What do all these jerks have in common? They can all stop you right in your tracks and either make you entirely skip your move or essentially waste it. Now, I understand that is a direct counter to Fenrir and Hyrrokkin, but that's also a counter to essentially every unit. But why I picked these 3 is because none of our characters could stand a chance long term, especially when you consider that Hyrrokkin has block where Fenrir doesn't. Now, Hyrrokkin does have block, but even if you wanted to just grab one of these characters in your team, they will go ahead and paralyze whatever high attack character your opponent might choose. That's why I personally pick these if I'm facing Hyrrokkin or Fenrir. Looking at Fenrir's character board, he has 2 abilities. His first one is a permanent power. It is called The Hunt is On. When Fenrir performs an attack action, the enemy unit suffers -1 defense for this attack. Fenrir can then move 1 area away without being affected by the block talent. His second ability is called the Devourer. It is an offensive power, and it costs 1 Art of War card. Fenrir can use his 2 simple actions during this turn to perform 2 attack actions. This power is cumulative with the Hunt is On power. Now, that first power is very, very beneficial to Fenrir, especially if you're up against somebody with block, because it essentially helps you totally get out of whatever trap someone might put you in, but you have to be able to attack. So if you're using one of the 3 characters from earlier and you prevent that attack from happening at all, then he can't escape from block. Also, with the second ability, it is essentially Berserk, which is a very, very strong talent, but it is also beneficial because it can mix with the Hunt is On. Okay, looking at Hyrrokkin's character board, the 2 powers are Venom, which is a permanent power. It says at the end of a range 0 attack targeting Hyrrokkin, inflict 1 wound on her attacker. The second ability is an offensive ability, and it costs 1 Art of War card. The name is Beast Bite. Make an X dice range 0 area attack targeting only enemy units. What I love about that first ability is most of the time that becomes most useful fighting off whatever my opponent's units are that they've had to immediately defend their god. They usually run up to try to block or, stop Hyrrokkin in her tracks and attack her, and she just immediately snaps right back with that first ability. Also, the second one, don't get me wrong, it is very helpful when you are restricted from making an attack due to guard, or if that you just need to do a big spread of damage. That is unlike Fenrir, which he does not have any sort of area attack. Out of Hyrrokkin or Fenrir, who won? Who is more powerful? I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. This has been the first episode of the Units of Mythic Battles. My name is Weston, and this is The Lighter the Darker. Have a wonderful day.